In this video, we will discuss how Crestron VC-4 is licensed. You will need to purchase a specific number of room licenses, VC-4-room, and the Crestron virtual control installation will run the number of rooms purchased. Each program running on VC-4 requires a room license. When you purchase Crestron virtual control VC-4, there are two ways you can license it. Method 1, using Crestron's virtual control VC-4 with XIO Cloud. Internet access required. Method 2, using Crestron virtual control VC-4 with a purchased USB key. No internet access required. This video will have two sections. The first section will discuss how to use VC-4 in an online mode using XIO Cloud and requiring internet access. Note that you must pick one method. You cannot switch back and forth between these licensing methods. To use VC-4 in an online mode, the VC-4 requires internet access to communicate with the XIO Cloud service to validate its license, including after installation. An active XIO Cloud account is required when using VC-4 in an online mode, subject to the terms of the Crestron Cloudware License Agreement. A paid XIO Cloud subscription is not required to manage licenses for VC-4. An XIO Cloud account is also not required to run the VC-4 server during its 90-day trial period. For more information, refer to the XIO Cloud feature page. The 90-day trial period is not available for the VC-4-PC-3. You can use the link in the description of this video to request Crestron virtual control licenses for your XIO Cloud service account. This URL can also be found on the product page for virtual control. After accessing the XIO Cloud registration URL, you will need to fill in the appropriate information. Under registration type, you will need to choose the appropriate option. For example, if using virtual control without a hardware appliance from Crestron, you would choose the Register VC-4 Room Licenses. Once you receive confirmation that the licenses have been added to your XIO Cloud account, you can then assign them to virtual control using XIO Cloud. The first thing you need to do is claim your instance of VC-4 into XIO Cloud. To do this, log into XIO Cloud, go to Groups, and then Claim Device. You will need the serial number and MAC address of the VC-4 server. This can be found in the Status Device Info page of VC-4. Paste in the MAC address and serial number and press the Claim button. Once you claim your VC-4, you will need to click and drag it into the appropriate group. Next, select the appropriate instance of VC-4 and go into the Licenses tab. Press the Add button to assign a room license to your VC-4. In this example, we already purchased one license, so it shows as available. Press the Add button once you choose to assign the license. We have now successfully licensed VC-4 in an online mode. Please note that you cannot mix offline and online modes, nor can you convert online virtual control licenses to offline. If you already have VC-4 room licenses, you will need to remove them using XIO Cloud before enabling offline licensing mode. Ensure the VC-4 server or VC-4 PC3 is online with XIO Cloud before removing any existing licenses. All room licenses must be ordered, and the offline licensing form must be completed before validating licenses via the USB offline dongle. For more information, refer to the Crestron Virtual Control Product Manual. Note that the process in activating offline licensing mode is similar, whether you're using VC-4 PC3 or VC-4 standalone. Connect the USB offline dongle into an available USB port on the VC-4 PC3 or make it available on the host running VC-4. We will use a VC-4 PC3 in this example and navigate to the web UI to access the terminal. We will need to run a script using a command to activate offline licensing mode. To run the script, we will use terminal. If you are using virtual control not running on a PC3, you will first need to change the directory to the following. Virtual Control Home is the home directory set during installation. Depending on what you are using, run the appropriate command. Once we run the script, we will need to change the mode by entering the following command. Next, we will exit the utility and restart the virtual control service. Run the following commands. Once the offline license mode has been configured, a license key must be requested that allows the Crestron Virtual Control installation to validate its licenses offline. Offline license keys are tied to a specific VC-4 system key and number of room licenses. If room licenses need to be added to a Crestron Virtual Control installation, a new offline license key must be requested. We will need information from Virtual Control to request an online license. Run the license script again and record the values listed for the system key by running the following command. Next, we will navigate to the offline license request form, fill in the rest of the information on the request form, and submit it. Crestron will send an offline license key via email once the request has been processed. The offline license key must then be applied to the Crestron Virtual Control installation. To apply the offline license key, we will run the license utility script again. Then, use the add license command followed by the license. Next, enter the exit command and then restart the virtual control service as shown earlier in this video. Now, if we navigate to the web UI of Virtual Control and select Licenses, we can see that we now have 10 room licenses available. You can now use these 10 room licenses for up to 10 programs. We have now successfully configured Crestron Virtual Control or offline licensing.